Tell me 5 things about Bihar you are really proud of.
National policy on electronics also, which was announced in the year 2019. Do you have any idea about the salient features of this policy?
Can you tell me the full form of �LGBT/QAI+?
That is called loop line. Why it is called loop line?
What is juvenile delinquency and how it is problematic for all of us?
Who said man is a social animal?
May I come in, sir?
Yes, come in.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Please
Good
be
morning,
seated.
ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Please give a brief introduction about yourself.
Sir, my name is Samir Kumar Singh. I am from Badhaiya, district Lakhisrai, Bihar. I did my 10th from Sainik School, Golpara, Assam. After that, I did my 12th from GGPS, Bokaro Steel City, Jharkhand. Post that, I did my graduation in BTech and Electronics from NIT Trichy, Tamil Nadu, sir. After that, I was working with Broadcom as an IC design engineer, and from 2013 to 2016, sir. After that, I have been preparing for civil services.
Why did you quit your job in the private sector?
Sir, actually I was very much focused on civil service, so I tried simultaneously, but the job pressure was not allowing me to do justice to both, so I had to take a decision.
God forbid if eventually at the end of the day you don't get into the civil services, what will you do?
Sir, I will go back to the job, sir.
So you think you are technically well equipped to get a job back in the industry?
Yes, sir, I think so, sir.
That's wonderful. Tell me, you are basically electronics and communication engineer,
Yes,
isn't it? What initiatives the government of India have been taking to encourage the growth of electronic industry in the country?
Yes, sir. Sir, recently the Semicon Expo was held in Gujarat, sir. Apart from that, under Make in India program, sir, this,
Yes.
I am forgetting the name of the policy exactly. Under that, there are certain policies for segment like semicon, like chip industry, chip manufacturing. Similarly, chip manufacturing industry was being set up with by Foxconn and Vedanta separately. Apart from that, sir, assembly plant, like assembling is being already done in the Bangalore from the Foxconn for Apple mobile, sir.
Have you heard of this electronic manufacturing cluster?
Yes, sir.
Concept.
Yes.
What is this concept?
Yes, sir. Sir, basically it's concept like electronic device, sir. It needs so many small components, sir. So it's basically developing a hub, a cluster, so that all the parts can be designed and manufactured locally, sir, so that they can be assembled and
There is a national policy on electronics also, which was announced in the year 2019. Do you have any idea about the salient features of this policy?
sorry, sir, I'm not able to recall it, sir.
And about the design and manufacturing, there is a organization called ESDM. Are you aware of this organization? What exactly this organization is doing?
Sorry, sir.
You are not aware. Coming to Bihar,
Yes, sir.
how Bihar government of the day is trying to encourage growth of electronic industry in Bihar.
Yes, sir. Sir, in Bihar also, sir, startup policy is there, sir. So Bihar startup policy, in that government is trying to encourage people. They are also giving subsidy to set up plant, and there is also provision for encouragement of the backward class age women and the disabled persons, sir, so that they can come and set up the industry in Bihar, sir. But sir, seeing the near future, I find it difficult for electronic sector to move to Bihar, sir.
To Bihar. Okay, there are reasons for that, and
Yes,
I will
sir.
not go into that. You have also been teaching underprivileged children.
Yes, sir.
It's a very noble job you are doing. What are the problems faced by underprivileged children?
Sir, the very basic problem what I could understand, like while teaching them, is that they think that what is the benefit of getting into education? Like we will do +2, we will do graduation, but what after that? Again, we have to do manual labor or some kind of a skilled labor. So they are not that much insistent, or like even their parents, they are also saying like what we will do. I think basically they are giving with the Marxian theory of population, more hands to earn.
Okay, but how do you teach them and how do you convince them about
Yes.
the benefit of education or importance of education?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, basically this initiative, what like I got into this from my college days itself, sir. So basically, we used to teach the students, like the children of the people working in the college mess and all. So I think, sir, from the first batch itself, 3 to 4 were able to get into the NIT and IIT and some government college of Tamil Nadu, sir. So that encouraged the other people who were over there, sir.
So you have been working for them in your individual capacity, or are you associated with some NGO?
Yes, sir. Sir, while I was in the college, there was a 4 or 5 people group we started, sir. But later on, it expanded, and so it started. That's how. And while I went to Bangalore, sir, we in Bangalore also there was in the company itself there was a committee which used to go and teach on the weekend, sir. So obviously, sir, they used to teach in Kannada because local language it was there. So I used to do the content development for them. So it continued through from there.
What are takeaways from that, and how are you going to use those takeaways while working as a administrator in the state government?
Yes, sir. Sir, the most important takeaway what I got from there is that they are keen to learn, but the way they are being taught in the school, like basic theory, so they don't find it that much interesting and useful. So we need to do some like in Bangalore itself, we used to organize some science project in our campus. They used to come and we used to guide them, so that made them interested in the science field. So I think that practical education is going, that is the most important thing that I think will
so
be able to
more on imparting sort of a creative learning.
Yes,
that,
sir, yes, sir, yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Samir,
Yes, ma'am.
what is sologamy?
Sorry, ma'am, I'm not able to.
Okay, can you tell me the full form of LGBTQAI+?
Sorry, ma'am.
Okay. What is white collar crime?
Ma'am, white collar crime are the basically high-end corruption, like people who are doing the white collar job. They are doing corruption, and even you can say that they are giving preference to someone.
Okay.
So those are the white collar crimes.
How guilt is explained in sociology?
Sorry, ma'am.
Guilt.
Guilt. Sorry, ma'am, I'm not aware.
Okay. What is the theory of suicide?
Ma'am, theory of suicide was provided by the 𝐸𝐿 Durkheim. He studied the basic suicidal data over over decade, and he came to the conclusion that individual suicide may be due to personal reason, but suicide rate over the time, if you study, that is fixed, and that is a social phenomenon, ma'am.
Okay. Who said man is a social animal?
Sorry, ma'am.
You follow smartphone tech, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So what are the new technologies there in the field of smartphone nowadays?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, in the smartphone, the latest technology, if we see, it is about the processor going to the 3nm technology.
Okay.
If we see the latest Apple A17 Bionic, it is based on 3nm technology, and similarly Snapdragon 8 Gen plus 3.
Okay.
It's going to come. It will be based on 3nm technology, ma'am. And apart from that, on the touch projection, it's I think still in the prototype. So it will be there won't be any touch screen. We will be having some wearable kind of things, and it will be projected, and we will be able to do it virtually, like touching on the wall or something.
Okay. What is this Parimarjan portal in Bihar?
Parimarjan portal is for land reform, ma'am, if
Okay.
I am able to recall it right, ma'am.
Okay. How many persons received Padma Puraskar this year from Bihar?
3, ma'am.
3. Can you tell me the name of them?
I am not able to recall all 3, but I am able to recall Anand Kumar, ma'am.
Okay. Can you tell me the name of some famous business persons from Bihar?
Yes, ma'am. I think Anil Agrawal, from the chairman of Vedanta Group, is from Bihar, ma'am. And I think one famous business person, King Mahindra or something, name something like
Okay.
that. He was chairman of some medical company.
In our moon mission Chandrayaan 3,
Yes, ma'am.
there are so many women scientists. Can you tell me the name of some of them?
Sorry, ma'am, I am not able to recall them.
Okay. Tell me 5 things about Bihar you are really proud of.
Ma'am, the most important the thing I am proud of Bihar is the people are very humble and kind-hearted.
Okay.
Apart from that, second point, ma'am, they are hardworking and risk-taking
Okay.
if given opportunity. Third point is, ma'am, the fertility of Bihar, like the edible land and all we have, that as a potential we can use. Fourth point is, ma'am, the heritage and culture we have in Bihar. And fifth, ma'am, the social movement that Bihar provided to the nation.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Samir,
Yes, ma'am.
you were talking about underprivileged children, right?
Yes, ma'am.
With Sir.
Yes, ma'am.
So what is the concept of alienation when you understand and see the underprivileged children?
Ma'am, alienation is like
Who has given?
alienation concept was actually given by the Marx, ma'am, but it has been talked by many other scholars also. So alienation from the, like, if talking from the sense of underprivileged children, it's not just economic, ma'am. It's also about the social alienation. They feel that they are being kind of, we can say that they feel detached from the society, kind of they get the secluded, that even if we are doing something or we will work hard, we will not be getting the opportunity or we will not be getting the result.
Okay. What are the various modes of production that Marx has actually talked about?
Yes, ma'am. Marx has talked about the modes of production in various stages. So first was the primitive communism, ma'am. Then from the primitive communism, we moved to
Slave society.
Then feudalism, slave society. Then after that, one was there. Then we moved to capitalism. Then we will be moving to socialism. Then
You'll
communism.
look into it.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Okay. What is division of labor?
Ma'am, division of labor was earlier it was talked being as a economic subject, like divide labor so that we can gain maximum
Who has talked
productivity.
about division of labor initially?
Yes, ma'am. Initially it was talked about Adam Smith, I guess.
You need to look into it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Go ahead.
Then Marx talked about then Durkheim talked about division of labor, ma'am. He talked about division of labor that as society moves from simple society to the complex society, so we get dependent on each other, and that's how division of labor takes place. And as division of labor takes place, we get solidarity at the time, like we are getting individual, but we are getting more integrated to the society.
Okay.
So both are happening at the same time.
Okay. If I say, in the present context in Bihar, if we say that caste has continuity and change,
Yes, ma'am.
right? So how do you see this statement? How caste is still continuing and how it has changed?
Ma'am, caste as a continuity and change we can see like in various fields. Like if we see, for example, if we take the caste-based mobilization, or for political purpose, politicization of caste, there we see the caste is continuing, ma'am. But if we see the business opportunity, or as a individual people are prospering, moving forward, so like the concept of moving up and moving out, there we see that caste has subsided, ma'am. So there
Is caste identity a fixed identity?
No, ma'am.
Or it is mobile?
It's a variable identity, ma'am.
Is it?
Yes,
Caste
ma'am.
identity is a variable identity?
Yes, ma'am, I think so.
Are you sure?
Yes, ma'am.
जाति है जो जाति नहीं.
Ma'am, there was a earlier, if I'm able to recall it right, that Hamari Jati Hindustani kind of concept.
Okay. My last question to you, as you are associated with teaching underprivileged children,
Yes.
what is juvenile delinquency and how it is problematic for all of us?
Ma'am, juvenile delinquency is the crime basically committed by the juveniles, ma'am. But I feel that more as a society we are responsible for juvenile delinquency. Not we are.
Who are juveniles?
Juveniles are those who are under 18, and as per the amendment, even those between 16 and 18, they can be tried as adult, ma'am. So basically, if we take exact definition, then those under 16, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you, Samir. Sir.
Suppose if you are asked to prepare and submit a report to the state government advising the government to encourage entrepreneurship and job creation in Bihar's rural areas so as to reduce migration to urban areas, what kind of a report you are going to submit to the state government?
Sir, basically, if I have to give the report, I have to demarcate the locations, like from which location what can be done. Like if I take the example of my area, Lakhisrai Badhiya, sir. So it's a fertile area, tall area is there, sir. So even the ecotourism, agro-tourism kind of thing can be promoted. So people can be trained in that. But sir, starting before that, we need to change the mindset, sir. So right now the mindset is escaping poverty by getting into job. Like basically if we see the rush for engineering services or like engineering and medical from after 12 itself is to get out of the poverty. So basically we need to change the mindset that we can take risk and we can prosper. So I go step by step, sir. So first I will inculcate the education and like entrepreneurship education from the basic level, sir. Like in CBSE we have, sir. And after that, sir, we will demarcate the area, like what are the potential. We will train people. We will support them, sir, so that they can take risk. Apart from that, sir, we will provide them finance. And we will also provide security for the officers in charge who are looking after that, so that they can take the calculated risks, sir, without any fear, sir.
Good. You are from Lakhisarai.
Yes, sir.
And the 𝐶𝐢 river flows through Lakhisarai, isn't
Yes,
it?
sir.
𝐶𝐢 river is a perennial source of sand supply. Why illegal mining is rampant in that area?
Yes, sir. Sir, it's the main reason is that for illegal sand mining age, that people are able to get sand from the river without paying much, and they are able to sell it at the higher price, sir. So that is the main reason for rampant corruption of sand mining.
We have the entire state machinery overlooking this operation, but still things are not improving. If you are made in charge, what will you do to ensure that sand mining is at least minimized, if not stopped?
Yes, sir. Sir, the first thing what I have also felt, not just from the 𝐶𝐢 river, sir, even from the mining in the Ganga belt, sir, I have felt that people need to take the lead. So first thing I will do, sir, is make people aware and mobilize them, sir, so that they are able to come and question that it is wrong, because they are the ultimate sufferers, sir. I have seen an incident in my Badhaiya is based on is situated on the bank of river Ganges, sir, and I have seen personal incident like they are doing the sand mining, sir. After that, river will come during flood, and it will be the ditch will be there, sir, very deep, and people will not be knowing, na, sir, because water is there. So they are drowned many times, sir. So people need to be made aware so that they can take the lead. If it is a people-led movement, then
Okay.
it can't be, sir.
Okay. Have you ever visited 𝐶𝐢 railway station?
Yes, sir.
𝐶𝐢 railway station, if you look at the 𝐶𝐢 railway station, one line goes to Howrah,
Yes, sir.
another line goes to Bhagalpur side. That is called loop line. Why it is called loop line?
Sorry, sir, I am not aware of that, but
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Interview is over. You may go now.
thank you, sir. May I come in, sir?
Come in. Sit down.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Which attempt is this for you at the BPSC?
BPSC, sir, actually it is the second attempt. I appeared earlier, but I didn't write the mains.
Okay.
So it was the
So this, in effect, this is the first attempt.
Yes, sir, I can say.
So how have you done in the mains paper?
Mains paper, sir, I have done it okay, sir.
How about today's experience?
It was fine, sir, but I need to recall the theory part.
I don't know what kind of questions will be asked. Nobody knows.
Yes, sir.
So to some students, it's all factual.
Yes.
To others, it is all theory. It is your luck that day, what type of questions. But by and large, we found you to be a very honest person, a knowledgeable person. You knew what you were talking about. Your clarity of purpose was there. Your communication skill was good. So no issues on all that. You're a very confident looking person. And wherever you didn't know the answer, you were candid enough to admit, I don't know. That is how it should be. A civil servant cannot afford to get into the area of guesswork.
Yes, sir.
So without knowing the subject, make sure that when you go for the interview, you don't get into that trap.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that is number one. Your qualification, your experience will generate a lot of interest.
Sir, I have a doubt. I have worked from 2013 to 2016. After that, it's a gap.
It's a gap.
So what should I do? Should I show some work experience?
If you don't have any work experience, why to show work experience? It doesn't serve any purpose.
Okay.
You say wholeheartedly I have been preparing for the civil services. You have been trying to write UPSC, BPSC and all that. Be honest enough to admit.
Okay, sir.
So instead of trying to hoodwink the board members, it's always better to state the facts, so that you don't have to find another alibis to prove if some counter question is. Simply, I enjoyed working in private sector, but I thought that my scope was quite limited. I wanted a wider canvas to work in, where I can work for the society and all that. And hailing from Bihar, I thought that if I qualify in this examination, I'll get an opportunity to serve my state, which I know so well.
Okay.
That's it.
Yes.
सीधा बोल दो, उसको कुछ भी इधर उधर करने की, घुमाने की ज़रूरत नहीं है उसमें आपको. इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स कम्युनिकेशन, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स का हमने पूछा है तो बाय एंड लार्ज यू आंसर्ड. थोड़ा सा ब्रश अप कर लो उसको. कम्युनिकेशन इज अनदर एरिया वेयर क्वेश्चंस मे बी आस्क्ड.
Sir, I am not very much interested in communication part.
But you may not be interested, but you have studied.
Yes, sir.
You can't be saying, sir, I am not interested. If I ask you a question on communications and all that, what was the most ancient mode of communication? You tell me. कोई पूछ सकता है, कोई भी.
हाँ सर.
तब उस टाइम में you should not be found wanting कि मैं क्या बोलूँ. और आज के कम्युनिकेशन में आप देख लो, कम्युनिकेशन में क्या है. आज तो आपने तो इस पर भी किया हुआ है, स्मार्टफोन पर भी किया हुआ है.
सर मतलब लेटेस्ट टेक्नोलॉजी में लाइक
टेक्नोलॉजीज पर कर लो, 5G वगैरह पर कर लो. व्हाट आर द प्रॉब्लम्स फेस्ड बाय योर सर्विस प्रोवाइडर्स, टेलीकॉम सर्विस प्रोवाइडर्स, दैट आल्सो यू शुड बी फुली अवेयर. अभी वोडाफोन आइडिया को जैसे गवर्नमेंट ने एग्जैक्टली, तो वो सब पता होना चाहिए.
एक डाउट है सर, जैसे यूपीएससी में मेरे से एक बोर्ड मेंबर ने सेम क्वेश्चन पूछ दिया था कि स्मार्टफोन में जैसे हम लोग गूगल बलून कर रहे हैं, तो उस तरह से हम एंटीना को बलून में बांध के क्यों नहीं उड़ा देते हैं, जो इतना लंबा लंबा टावर बनाते हैं.
सही बात
तो
है.
ये सब टाइप का क्वेश्चन आई कैन आंसर सर.
तो बट क्या पूछेगा तो नहीं है,
लेकिन बेस एकदम कोर
की बिहार में ये पूछ सकता है. कोर की ये बताओ कि MARR सिस्टम क्या है, ये बताओ. दैट इज ऑल्सो ए टेक्नोलॉजी. आई डोंट नो वेदर यू हैव एवर हर्ड ऑफ दिस टेक्नोलॉजी और मस्ट नॉट हैव हर्ड, आई नो, बट इट वाज देयर इन बिहार फॉर अ लॉन्ग टाइम एज फार एज कम्युनिकेशन इज कंसर्न. अब वो हो गया, ख़त्म हो गया है वो. तो अब बिहार में रूरल एरियाज़ में पेनिट्रेशन क्यों नहीं है टेक्नोलॉजी का, खास करके टेलीफोनी की बात करें हम, तो आप उसके लिए यूनिवर्सल सर्विस ऑब्लिगेशन एक कॉन्सेप्ट है, USO पता होगा. तो ये जितने बिग प्लेयर्स हैं, ये लोग USO का पैसा दे के भूल जाते हैं, बिकॉज इज नॉट प्रॉफिटेबल फॉर देम. द इंटायर बर्डन इज ऑन द BSNL, इजंट इट. तो वो सब मोटा मोटी जानकारी
तो
होने
बेसिक अंडरस्टैंडिंग
और बेसिक अंडरस्टैंडिंग. एंड अब सैटेलाइट टेक्नोलॉजी आ गया, सब कुछ आ गया. अभी सबकी टावर और पावर की ज़रूरत तो है नहीं. ये सब तो वो सब आप देख लेना, बिकॉज इस पे स्मार्टफोन पे लोग क्वेश्चन पूछेंगे आपको. बिहार को ठीक से आप प्रिपेयर कर लो. हम लोग पूछा नहीं, बिहार स्पेसिफिक फैक्चुअल क्वेश्चंस बहुत सारे हैं. आप 7 निश्चय पढ़ लिया आपने?
यस सर, पढ़ा.
पार्ट 2.
यस सर, पार्ट.
सारे स्लोगन्स को रट गए हो?
नो सर.
सारे स्लोगन्स का आप रट लो. 20 तारीख को है ना?
यस सर.
तो सक्षम क्या है, सशक्त नारी सक्षम नारी, इस तरह से.
ओके.
तो युवा शक्ति और क्या बिहार की प्रगति, ये सारे जो हैं 7 को, ये आप रट लीजिए उसको. और अंडर ईच स्कीम वट एवर इनिशिएटिव्स हैव बीन लॉन्च्ड बाय द स्टेट गवर्नमेंट, यू शुड बी अवेयर ऑफ दैट, बिकॉज दोज आर द फैक्चुअल क्वेश्चंस which you should be aware of, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Then I hope you have studied Bihar's budget also 23-24.
Yes, sir.
तो उसका salient features देख लो. एक तो figures में you should not be giving wrong figures, either you know or you don't know. So GSDP की बात करें हम कि GSDP का कितना projected growth है, either you know or you don't know. GSDP के figures क्या हैं lakhs of crores में, तो वो आपको पता होना चाहिए. उसी तरह से आपकी अर्निंग्स, उसी तरह से रिसीट्स आपके एक्सपेंडिचर, नॉट अर्निंग्स, रिसीट्स एंड एक्सपेंडिचर, वो फिगर्स पक्का होना चाहिए. और आप तो इंटेलिजेंट आदमी हो, आप देख लो कि मोटा मोटी सोच लो कि 1 रुपया अर्न करने के लिए कहाँ कहाँ से आता है और 1 रुपया खर्च करने के लिए कहाँ कहाँ जाए, तो ये इस बात समझ में आ जाएगी आपको. ठीक है ना. दूसरा है आपका कि वो पॉलिसी, कुछ की पॉलिसी डिसीजंस भी लिया गया है इस बजट में, वो भी आप देख लीजिए. उस पर क्वेश्चंस आ सकते हैं. आप होक्यूल के बढ़िया के रहने वाले, तो सैंड माइनिंग उस एरिया में बहुत होता है. फिर आपका वो अभयपुर है, कजरा है, जहाँ पर स्टोन मिलता है, हाँ, तो वो क्वेरी होता है. फिर वो भी इलीगल क्वेरिंग का भी इश्यूज़ है. वो सारे इश्यूज़ को हो सकता है किसी न किसी ढंग से पूछा जाए. लूप की बात मैंने की कि वहाँ से एक लूप निकलता है मेन से, फिर मेन में मिल जाता है. इसी लूप क्या है, ऐसे लूप है, ये स्ट्रेट लाइन में जा रहा है, यहाँ से लूप निकला, तो यही लूप है. सिंपल बात है, उसमें कोई खास उसमें सोचना नहीं है उसमें. और NIT त्रिची में पढ़े हो तो NIT त्रिची में हो सकता है कि वाई डोंट यू फाइंड क्वालिटी इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेजेस इन मोस्ट ऑफ द प्लेसेस इंक्लूडिंग बिहार. द काइंड ऑफ कॉलेज विच त्रिची वी हैव इन एट त्रिची, वाई दिस काइंड ऑफ कॉलेज इज नॉट एग्जिस्टिंग, व्हाट आर द इश्यूज विद टेक्निकल एजुकेशन इन आवर कंट्री, वाई इंजीनियर्स आर नॉट एम्प्लॉयबल इन आवर कंट्री, ये सारी बात का आप कर लो, लेकिन बिहार स्पेसिफिक सारा पढ़ लो, नदी नाला पहाड़ ये वो जितना आप पढ़ सकते हो पढ़ लो उसको, ठीक है ना। वो पूछेंगे लोग, छोटा नागपुर प्लेट्यू क्या है, बराबर हिल्स क्या है, बराबर केव्स क्या है, किसने बनाया है, क्यों इम्पोर्टेंस है, समझ रहे हो। क्यूल रिवर कहाँ से निकलती है, कहाँ जाती है, किसकी ट्रिब्यूटरी कौन है, ये सब आप जान लो, ठीक है ना।
ठीक है।
एंड यू आर एन एक्सेलेंट कैंडिडेट, आई मस्ट टेल यू।
थैंक यू सर।
You have all the potential of becoming a very good civil servant, I tell you. Just you have to get into the service.
Sure, sir.
And if you have done really well in your mains examination, I don't think you will be getting less marks in the interview. Make sure that you stay honest all through your interview. Don't get into the area of conjectures and surmises. Give a balanced opinion. Maintain a positive body language. Smile on face.
Yes, sir.
And be a patient listener also.
Sure,
okay, all the best.
सर मेरा मेन जो कंफ्यूजन हो रहा है सर कि इंटरव्यू ड्राइव कैसे होता है बीपीएससी में?
अब वो आपसे परिचय पूछेंगे लोग, पहले अपना परिचय दीजिए आप। परिचय के बाद जैसे ही आप कहेंगे कि मैंने NIT त्रिची से किया है, वहीं से बात शुरू हो जाएगी। और मैंने सोशियोलॉजी लिया है, या तो ट्रिगर पॉइंट सोशियोलॉजी होगा या ट्रिगर पॉइंट ये होगा।
ओके सर। तो
सोशियोलॉजी में आप देख लो कौन कौन सोशियोलॉजिकल थिंकर्स हैं, इनकी क्या, बिकॉज कुछ लोग ऐसे रहेंगे सब थियरी ही बात करते रहेंगे, क्या क्या थिंकर्स है, एम.एन. श्रीनिवास का क्या थियरी है, जोगेंद्र सिंह जी का क्या थियरी है, या देसाई जी का क्या थियरी है, ये थियरीज को थोड़ा सा
एक बार ब्रशअप में कर लेता हूँ।
ब्रशअप कर लो, उसके बाद ईश्वर है, बस उन पर विश्वास रखो, अपनी अच्छा होगा, ठीक है।
थैंक यू,
ऑल द बेस्ट।
थैंक यू मैम। थैंक यू मैम।